Welcome to Symantec headquarters. I'm Chris Sheridan with Enom.com. Today we're here celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Symantec acquisition of VeriSign SSL business, and joining me today is Michael Lin, Senior Director of Trust Services for Symantec. Michael, thanks for joining me today.
It's great to be here. It's a very exciting day here for us.
Yeah, it is. Thanks for inviting us, and I can't believe it's been a year already. It's gone by really fast.
Well, we are excited to have you here.
So let's get started. I wanted to talk today about Enom's commitment to SSL, but in particular our reseller channel. Let's start with the resellers today that we continue to market VeriSign products to, VeriSign SSL, GeoTrust SSL, and for whatever reason they haven't adopted those services. So what would you say to those guys in our channel that are on the fence about offering SSL? What should they know?
Yeah, it's a great question, and certainly one that we get a lot. And, you know, a couple points come to mind. The first one of them being that there's a great revenue opportunity within the SSL business. So today it's a $500 million business, and it's growing rapidly. So from a unit perspective, it's growing at over 30% a year. So right there, just from a revenue size and market size, it's a good opportunity for your partners. Yeah. A second point would be, you know, really looking at selling more products to their customers and growing their customer relationships. So being able to sell more products to your customers really strengthens that relationship that you have. And you can move from being a point solution provider to more of a strategic solution provider with your customers. That drives a deeper relationship and helps you really strengthen that bond and drive greater revenue with your partners.
Yeah, and I think those 2 points are good because, first of all, the growth numbers are very impressive. And I think that's important for resellers to understand that they really have this invitation through SSL, I think, to kind of hook their business onto that growth curve. And we really want to help them do that, right? But I think more importantly, the point you're bringing up about complementary services, you know, the thing I love about SSL, and I think our resellers who actually take the next step and resell that product, you know, they need each other domains in SSL. Primarily, people come to us for a domain. And if you can't have an SSL cert technically without a domain name, right? So it's a good fit for those guys. So that's great. Now let's talk about the guys that are selling GeoTrust and VeriSign. Obviously, they have a big commitment to you. They're out there probably targeting e-commerce companies, selling the services a la carte, adding it to their various security offerings, right? And a year ago, the question was, oh, you know, is anything going to change, Chris, with SSL or the acquisition? And what do you think those guys, would you say those guys have to look forward to that are committed to your products today?
Yeah, and one of the things that has been great that we've learned through the past year of being part of Symantec is really their commitment to the core SSL business. So since we've been here, we've continued to invest in SSL and remained laser focused on that business. But one benefit from being part of the broader Symantec is the breadth of products that Symantec brings to the portfolio. So I think there's a real opportunity for us, and one of the things that we're executing on from a trust services business perspective is really looking to launch new products into the market as well. So there's a great example of that we are launching a malware-only product that is coming out over the next couple months to really help your partners sell more security products into their base. Yeah. So you talked about SSL being complementary to domains. We think that opens up a great door for more security sales and more security products into your customers. And as part of the Symantec acquisition, we really have the resources and the breadth of products to bring that to your customers.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer. And I think it's something that, you know, at Enom, we want to start to get that message out too. And in fact, to that point, we've already committed to launch the malware product with Symantec. So we're looking very forward to that.
That's great.
You know, and I've personally felt that in addition to that being a product for our resellers to look forward to, I think what's really powerful about that product too is it's a great intro, lightweight, low risk, easy way to use security on your domain. For the novice consumer that doesn't really have a lot of interaction with, what am I doing buying security, right? So I'm really hoping that that product also helps our existing resellers and our entire reseller base for that matter take a first step into reaching those consumers that haven't bought any security products from them, right?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think we've learned through selling SSL is you can sell SSL to the small business if you make it simple enough. And that's really as we're thinking about launching our next generation of security products focused at our channel partners and our small businesses, really thinking through how do we make this a very simple product for our customers to deploy and use that gives them really meaningful security intelligence information. So that's really what we're focused on in terms of trying to bring that right product to the right customers through partners like yourselves.
Yeah, no, great point. So I guess last question for you. a lot of us, myself included, in our resellers, we get very focused on the actual selling of the GeoTrust certs and VeriSign certs, right? And we're always reevaluating our marketing initiatives. And when we're doing that, we're not really looking at the bigger picture of the security world and some of the trends going on out there and some of the things that I think Symantec sees. What would you say are some of the important things we should be cognizant of as we think about growing our sales and growing our reseller sales and basically widening that distribution for you guys of SSL certificates?
Yeah, it's really a great question. So, one of the things from being part of a Symantec is we do a lot of security monitoring, and we see more security intelligence data than really any company out there. So as we look at the web and we look at attacks that are happening, the one clear point is that attacks are really increasing at an exponential rate. So there are more and more attacks happening, and the sophistication of the attacks are really increasing. So we know that the hacker that's sitting in his garage is no longer the guy that's the main threat to companies. It's really the moving up to organized criminals or even governments that are launching security attacks today. So as those attacks become more sophisticated, it's more important for small businesses and big businesses to be securing their infrastructure. So that's, as we look at the security landscape, what we're seeing from a threat attack perspective. We also look at just broader usage of the internet. So there's major trends that are happening in the industry, things like mobile devices, tablets, iPads, cloud-based usage of the internet. Real new kind of trends that are happening that are really expanding how much people are going to use the internet in the future. And as that information really grows, we will see natural growth within the SSL business just from that increased usage. The other shift that we're seeing is really customers, especially as they get smaller, looking to buy all of their security solutions from one provider. And we're seeing that solution provider really being through our partner base. So that is really where we are seeing a lot of growth happening as these small businesses come to someone like Enom and say, I don't know what I need to secure my website, but please give me security, right? And that's something that you as a security solutions provider can really provide to those customers.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I mean, that's our sweet spot too, right? Is ultimately, can we position these resellers, which are critical to our business, as one-stop shop?
Yeah.
And I think it's great points you brought up, the threat, the increase in threats and the introduction of these multiple devices. Everything points towards getting an SSL cert and making sure your site's encrypted. I'd like to thank Michael for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope we gave you some great reasons to start selling VeriSign SSL and GeoTrust SSL. And if you already are selling VeriSign and GeoTrust today, look forward to the malware launch in Q4. That's when we hope to launch it. Thanks again, Michael.
Great.
Really appreciate it, buddy.
Nice talking to you, Chris.
All right.